Hey there, Virgo. Thank you for tuning into my channel and welcome to your tarot card reading for August 2023. This reading taps into the fiery and creative energy of Leo season. Once I lay out the cards, I'll identify their positions, go through the meanings, and do some clarifications. At the end of the reading, I'll pull a couple of oracle cards, and you can take with you whatever messages resonate and leave behind for others whatever does not. So here we take a look at what's being illuminated this month. You have the Wheel of Fortune. Second, we look at the influences. You have the Lovers. Third, we see what to face head on. You have the Five of Swords. Fourth, we explore what's at the heart of the situation. Ten of Swords. Fifth, we identify values and perspectives for you to reflect on with Queen of Cups. And sixth, we reveal the potential action for you to take or outcome. You have Page of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, the influencing energy for this reading, we have the Three of Wands. So the energy of kind of like planning to connect, make your mark, moving forward, kind of with this dragon here. It's almost a sense of like taking over like new places, exploring new places and taking over. So with the Wheel of Fortune here, it seems like something is changing for the better. It might not necessarily seem like it. And with this being the influence, the Lovers being the influence, it could be something about a committed relationship, a partnership that you have that's changing. Something where, since the Ten of Swords is at the heart of the situation, it could be an indication of you recognizing that something is really over with. There's a problem that you're trying to solve that really isn't solvable or it's already been solved. And with what to face head on with the Five of Swords, it's kind of some type of conflict where there's maybe a battle of egos taking place. And this Lovers could be like a romantic relationship. It also could be a friendship with values and perspectives to reflect on with the Queen of Cups. It's almost a sense of how you emotionally connect with everybody, romantically, platonically, in a business sense. From an emotional perspective, maybe giving too much, being too critical of yourself, being too critical of others. But let's explore this Wheel of Fortune that is being illuminated for you this month, Virgo. You have the King of Cups. So with you kind of reflecting on the Queen of Cups and this change here affecting King of Cups, it could be how you see your potential connection with someone who maybe you hope that they're emotionally stable, hope that they're romantic, or maybe they were that way or they are that way. But at the bottom of the deck, you have here the Emperor and the Five of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. So it's almost a sense of maybe looking at their failures or their shortcomings or some way that they could be this person for you. If they only did A, B, and C, and it's almost a sense of you kind of being able to see that for them, like filling in the gaps emotionally for them, what they could do, and like kind of wanting that to show up. But let's take a look at the Lovers in the influence here. You have the Strength card. So This is the card, Major Arcana card for the sign of Leo. And here it's the sense of like maybe you needing to be the strong one, you needing to like feeling that you needed to be the one who kind of ignored imperfections. Here at the bottom of the deck you have the Ace of Swords, Nine of Cups, and the Chariot, and it's almost a sense of like you being the person to either clarify situations, having to step up to be the person who was like more emotionally happy in themselves, where you kind of were like, I'm good enough for the both of us and I can figure it out for the both of us because I'm the one that is like emotionally secure, or have the ability to kind of approach things in a gentle way, or I have the, what's it called? I have the ability to kind of approach a situation in a certain way that like really it's for our best outcome, or it's like for the best of us, and you needing to like pull that weight for it. What to face head on with a Five of Swords is kind of like perhaps needing to know when you should walk away from the situation, because at the heart of the situation you have the Ten of Swords. This is over and done with. So let's take a look at this Five of Swords. You have here the Eight of Swords. So what to face head on is like you're putting yourself in this situation of it could be just you in your own mind creating this dialogue with yourself of it, or even not even with yourself, or remembering old dialogue and kind of being like, yeah, all that person has to do is this, they can change, they can do this and that, and really what to face is like you're the one that is caught in that thought, in that cycle, and kind of like almost like, are you using that to help them or to possibly kick them when they're down for like, yeah, look how easy it could be for them just to be amazing and they're not doing it, what a dummy, you know? So let's take a look at this Ten of Swords. In terms of the heart of the situation, you can see this person's got 10 swords in their heart. Also, it's interesting, it's got, to clarify, the Five of Swords, you had the Ace of Cups, Four of Cups, and the Moon down here. So it's like kind of like trying to give this connection or this person like opportunities to be more emotional, be more caring, be more like receptive to what's going on, and then like just not being happy or not feeling like they're really kind of doing what needs to be done or should be done. So let's take a look at this Ten of Swords here, the hardest situation. We have here the Six of Cups that has to do with memories and the past. At the bottom of the deck, you have Ace of Pentacles, High Priestess, the Sun. So it's almost as if what's at the heart of the situation is you are trying to recreate or like you kind of feel there is something that could be brought back to life, or if you kind of put enough attention to it or positivity into it or remembrance of it, it will like come back. But it's almost you stuck in a past or stuck in a concept of wanting to give someone almost the opportunity to try again. And it could be something about your past where you felt like you wish you had the opportunity to try again and weren't given that. But here, the Queen of Cups is a value, or like represents values or perspectives for you to reflect on. Queen of Cups here is a good card to represent like love, especially with the Lovers and the King of Cups. I will note that between July 22nd and September 3rd, Venus, the planet of love, of beauty, attraction, of grace, diplomacy, will be retrograde in Leo. And that can show up for you as maybe like reflecting on past relationships, rethinking what your passions are, kind of wondering if you're good enough, if you're the issue, like issues of like self-esteem. So let's see what's there. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So Wheel of Fortune, Wheel of Fortune. Down here we have Justice and High Priestess and the Sun. So it's a sense of like, it is a sense of like give and take, balance. Like to some degree, there's some aspect, it does seem like some aspect is mirrored between you and this other person, and it is possibly changing. It could also be like how you kind of show up, how you kind of what's the word I'm thinking of, how you see yourself, like the both of you. So maybe in the past, you kind of put this person on a pedestal, and now you kind of see them as being knocked down, and you put yourself up on the pedestal. But the reason why you kind of knock them down is kind of a similar fault of your own, and kind of something from your past is kind of making it why that like won't necessarily resolve, or it seems like it is resolving, or it will resolve, because you do have the Page of Wands as the central action to take, or the outcome. And this is like a fresh new energy of being curious and pursuing like your passions, and kind of going where your curiosity takes you, and yeah, kind of like throwing caution to the wind. It's fine. You're seeing what's next, like, you know, what mischief you can cause, what havoc you can wreak, you know, taking over other lands, things along those lines. You have the Sun. So this is the ruling planet for Leo. So kind of like almost like what it makes you vibrant, what really lights you up, because whatever this journey you're going on is more like sinking you down, having you reflect on emotions and thoughts from the past, and not really propelling you forward. So this month will kind of really bring that, like it's almost like a repeated pattern, almost like the Devil card, but I don't see the Devil card here, where it's like a repeated pattern going on with you and this other person. It's almost like you're flipping roles to a certain degree, but the action to take is for you to kind of to like, you know, figure out what routine you need to take on, that you can be your most vibrant self, making sure you're taking care of how you are energized, how you show up, how you want to, like kind of like being the person you wish others were, just kind of like being the solution to whatever the issue is, and not necessarily going back to these problems or discussions or thoughts that really aren't getting you anywhere. And the card at the bottom deck, you have the Page of Cups, Four of Swords, Ten of Cups. So really moving on, like from this mental chaos, really clearing your mind and finding what like is fun for you, really fulfilling your emotional fun cup and just pursuing that. So Virgo, I'm going to go ahead and close off the reading with a couple of oracle cards. So these heart-shaped oracle cards are really difficult to shuffle. So I'm going to just pull a card here, and I'm going to pull one more from the sign of the times. All right. So this is for insight on your love life or something you're working towards. And this could be a romantic connection, and this also could be a familial connection or just a platonic connection. So however it resonates for you. So this card says, it is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is time to give to yourself and skull endings. So here with this 10 of Swords and these Wheel of Fortunes going on, it is a sense of ending, but with the Sun and the Page of Wands here, really finding how you can shine. It's your time to shine here, Virgo. So I hope this reading provides a helpful perspective of your August. We'll see you next time. Take care.